Okay, canned spaghetti sauce is on the agenda for today. Once you make homemade spaghetti sauce, you will never buy store-bought again. What you're gonna do is core and peel about 20 pounds of tomatoes. All you do, cut the core out, put an X in them, drop them into hot water, just let them sit in there for about 30 seconds till the skins start to come off, then pull them out of the water, drop them into an ice bath, peel the skins off. Side note in case you're interested, 5 pounds of Roma tomatoes fits in about a little bit heaping ice cream pail. Tomatoes have been peeled and cored. Now I'm just gonna drop them in the Ninja and just give them a quick zzz. 2 large red peppers, 2 medium onions, and 5 jalapenos. Not all of them, but beautiful. Lastly, 5 garlic cloves. Smell my kitchen. Yeah. So to that, we're gonna add 2 cans of tomato paste. Then we are going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I know it feels weird. Stick with me. Then we are going to add a tablespoon and a half of Worcestershire. I know, again, but it just adds another depth of flavor. It is delicious. Then we're gonna add a 1/3 cup packed brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, and yes, I'm using canning salt. Then, secret ingredient, 4 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. Italian spaghetti seasoning. So you can make your own, but I'm telling you, this stuff is delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a stir and I'm going to bring it to a boil on the stove and then I'm going to simmer it for like 5 or 6 hours. It's gonna be delicious. I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. Okay, so it has been simmering on the stove for about 5 hours. I am going to take an immersion blender and just do a couple zzz. I don't like it super chunky. If you like it chunky, you can leave it like this. So this is the perfect consistency for me. Chunky enough so that you know it came from the garden, but not so chunky that you get a slimy tomato. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on the stove and let it continue to simmer while my jars are sanitizing in my hot water bath canner. Time to fill. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice into the bottom of each jar. Then go ahead and fill to the bottom ring on the jar. Look at how beautiful. Then take a piece of plastic silverware or a chopstick if you prefer wood, and just go ahead and get any air bubbles out. We don't want any lurking bacteria. Anywho. Then a wet rag, wet napkin, clean the rim because why? Nobody likes a dirty rim. Anywho, then lid on, finger tight. Then we're gonna process these in the hot water bath for 40 minutes. 40 minutes in the hot water bath, took it out immediately, put it on a cookie sheet that is lined with a towel because I don't want my jars to get jarred. Anywho. So, do not touch these for 24 hours, let them sit. Once 24 hours is up, check and make sure that they all sealed, label them, date them. Love that. It's my favorite sound this time of year. Well, my favorite other than, opening a can of Busch Latte. All right, giddy up bitches. I hope you're canning because it's canning season.